My grandmother Maria is one of the most incredible women I've ever known. She came to this country as a young immigrant with barely a word of English and a suitcase full of hope. Her accent is thick, yes, her beautiful native Spanish coloring every sentence. But what her voice carries is strength, wisdom, and a lifetime of sacrifice. Maria served in the military back in her home country during a time of conflict. She was a medic, often risking her life to save others on the battlefield. After the war, she worked tirelessly to build a better future for her family. The stories she tells of courage and heartbreak are etched deeply in her heart. So when we moved to our new neighborhood, we were excited to have Maria live with us in our cozy house on Maplewood Drive. She loved gardening and baking, and she quickly became a beloved fixture in the community. But not everyone appreciated her. Karen, the HOA's self-appointed enforcer, had made it clear from the start that she was the standard bearer for the neighborhood's image. White picket fences, manicured lawns, and absolutely no out-of-place behavior. One afternoon, Maria was chatting with neighbors on the porch in her warm, lilting voice, sharing homemade empanadas and stories from her homeland. Karen, passing by with her clipped heels clicking on the sidewalk, stopped dead in her tracks. "Why do you talk like that?" Karen sneered loudly enough for several neighbors to hear. "Can't you just speak proper English like the rest of us?" Maria looked up, surprised but composed. "This is how I speak. My accent tells my story." Karen laughed, mocking her accent exaggeratedly. "Oh, si, señora." Several neighbors shifted uncomfortably. I felt a burning rage rising in my chest. But Maria did something even braver than I expected. She smiled softly and said, "I have served in a war, saved lives, and helped strangers find hope. Your ignorance does not diminish my worth." Karen scoffed and walked away, muttering about neighbors making a fuss over nothing. Later that week, we received an invitation to the community center. Maria was being honored by the local Veterans Association for her heroic service. It was the first time the neighborhood truly saw who she was. During the ceremony, Maria stood tall in her metal-adorned jacket, telling the story of her service, the battles she endured, and the friends she lost. Her voice was strong, proud, and unwavering. Karen was there, sitting quietly in the back, visibly uncomfortable. Afterward, neighbors who had once been distant came up to Maria with tears in their eyes, thanking her for her sacrifice. Karen never apologized, at least not openly. But from that day on, she was noticeably quieter whenever Maria was around. My grandmother's accent is not a barrier. It's a badge of honor. And in the end, it was Karen who learned the real meaning of respect.